Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Starboi's real. Starboi's real. Anyways. Look at all that weird shit. Time to remember how to play this game. Oh god, I don't remember how to play this game. Oh god, I don't remember. I don't remember. Been so long. I don't remember how to. I don't remember the grind anymore. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me know if my fish tank in the back here becomes an issue.
I accidentally threw a pickaxe at the chickens. Good thing they don't take damage from my fury. I just wanted to. I just wanted to stare at their stats. It's not telling me anything. It's just yeah. There's definitely 3 of them.
That's a chicken.
It sure is one of the chickens.
Bringing a pepper to the old man because for some reason he wishes to rub it on his knees.
That's strange.
Apparently, it helps with the aching. I have not heard of this before.
The horrific arthritis.
I mean, heat pack, cold pack, I guess, but I don't think capsaicin counts as
mushrooms.
Bro, you gave me this commission this morning. You don't tell me it took me long enough when I come to you at 1:20 in the afternoon.
What?
Jesus. I appear to be minorly glitching out, and my only clue is the fact that some people rubber band and then teleport.
Oh god, I don't remember how the chest's organized.
Time to rememorize the color coordination.
Time to rememorize our desperately cool color coordination.
I'm off to the mines.
Get it in there.
Hey,
Hey.
It took me till
Hey.
3 in the game afternoon to leave the farm. I've slipped so
Amazing.
far from the grind.
Nude.
How could I have slipped so far from the grind?
I just immediately go to the mines.
So, according to the news, DRIVEMAN real.
Yes, I
You
got my driver's license today. It only
big
took
fog.
all 3 of my state-mandated tries.
God.
Oh.
I haven't even tried. I'm terrified of cars.
Yeah. I just don't have my hours yet because it's like I live in a populated area. I ain't driving here.
At least you have that. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, isn't it if you're like
So,
under a certain age, you have like a certain amount of required hours?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm older
But,
than that. I'm older than that, so I didn't have to do that.
Bruh. Goddamn.
It actually took me like an embarrassing amount of years to finally get my license. Like a lot of shit was happening.
What age do people usually get their license? Like 18-ish?
Usually within like
here.
usually it's like within 16 or 18. Because some people like depending on where you're from or like what your income bracket is for your house, sometimes people expect you to like get a job as soon as you're legally able to, so you have to know how to drive or get places.
Funnily enough, I worked 6 months at a job without ever knowing how to drive.
Yeah.
I just had my sister drive me.
What have you done? Oh, that's not
Nearly dead. That's not ideal.
In my
if
case,
you hear me,
yeah.
oh.
No, keep going.
If you hear me muttering to no one, my cat's on my desk again. So I can turn on camera in the voice chat.
Cat.
Do you want to see the cat?
Yes, cat tax.
Cat.
There's cat.
Kitty.
Go.
In my case, I've known how to drive since the earliest possible age. But a lot of shit was getting in the way of me actually getting the license.
Oof. Yeah.
Because like I was in school, and then
Cat tax is over.
No.
Sorry. Well, she
You
jumped
worried?
out of my arms, so.
Okay, that's You're in school and then you're not in school.
Yeah, I was in
I'm
school,
going
and
to-
then when I got into college, I started having seizures. So that's like really puts a damper on my legal capacity to drive.
God, can confirm. My dad had seizures for a while, and boy, was that an interesting time. Because he still had a job, and there were also 3 small children in the house.
Not pause.
Yeah.
So we usually had to have, like, people come over to drive us, or, like, drive him to work.
Oofer.
Damn.
So it's
Where are
like
you
we
going?
didn't know what was causing the seizures, so like we didn't know if it would be safe for me to drive, so that got delayed for a bit. And also I was a full-time student in college, so it's like we had to pick between focusing on the driving and focusing on school. And then after college we moved to a different part of the country, so got sucked into that for months.
Want to consider going to college, but pretty much every single person I've heard talk about it describes it as the worst thing. Specifically, like the classes and. No, what are you doing? Hold on. No, don't.
Hey, Aenor,
There we go.
you go to
Sorry.
bed at the same time as my grandmother.
Sorry.
College is basically the same kind of time and energy as a full-time job.
I've never had a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
So like
neither.
it's
I mean,
it's
I
just
plan on going to college anyway, but
I'm legally incapable of holding a job.
yeah.
oh.
So
I
it's like
chose the
nobody's
Madam
wrong
choice.
when they call college intense. That's like you think it's gonna be the same as regular school, but it's like you think you can do the shit you did in high school, but you can't. I
Oh,
got
boy.
level 5 farming, and it says I can either be a rancher or a tiller. The rancher makes animal products worth more money, and the tiller makes crops worth more money.
Wait, let me research what those branch off into.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, I know how to make bombs.
Finally, you can commit arson.
Yeah.
You can commit such incredible violence.
Also, I learned a while ago that you
Yeah.
can actually put bombs with ammo in the slingshot, which is just amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
rancher leads to either coop master, so you befriend coop animals quicker and incubation times cut in half, or
Ooh.
shepherd, which is befriend barn animal quicker and sheep produce wool faster.
Mm-mm.
Tiller leads to either artisan, so artisan goods like wine, cheese, and oil are worth 40% more,
Ooh.
or agriculturist, all crops grow 10% faster.
Honestly,
Right.
artisan
Crops.
is a really good one.
Yeah, crops growing faster is really fucking useful.
Also,
So,
apparently there's an ostrich incubator.
Yeah, that's surprising.
I'm gonna go for tiller, if only because that seems like
What do you need ostriches for?
yeah. It seems like we can get more mileage out of the tiller, so I picked tiller.
Oh, good. You can make ostrich mayonnaise.
That's so strange.
What everyone. I actually have an ostrich eggshell.
What, in
Like,
real life?
Yeah, it's right behind me.
Neat.
I don't have any cool stuff.
Oh,
No,
shoot,
wait, I do have one cool thing. I have a
Oh god.
I have a tiny statue of an eagle that was made from the ashes of Mount St. Helen.
Huh.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that's a volcano, because otherwise I'm just going to be very confused.
Yes, it is a volcano in Washington State, which is where I used to live.
Oh, neat.
It erupted, like, I think in the 80s.
Ashes do be everywhere. Aenor.
What?
Apparently I flew over it once. when I was like an infant.
Because clearly this is something that you will remember.
Well, it was something my mom told me, because I fell on my head when I was an infant. And I had to be airlifted to the hospital.
What?
I don't
And the
know
nearest,
how, but
the nearest
that,
hospital was on the other side of Mount St. Helens.
Man.
Because we lived on an island in the Puget Sound, which is the... You know how
Okay.
Washington looks like a square that someone took a bit out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, Puget Sound is that bit that was taken out.
Okay.
And that's where we
Saying
lived.
you lived on an island made the airlifting part make so much more sense.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my sister had to go in a helicopter one time to the hospital. Got her head bonked open.
Apparently, Mount St. Helens is a stratovolcano.
Uh-huh. The
Yeah.
first thing I thought of was the fact that we're learning about volcanoes in class, and I'm just like, my knowledge is all applicable.
Best known for its major eruption in 1980, the deadliest and most economically destructive volcanic event in U.S. history.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah,
Which
we
is-
don't actually have that many volcanoes.
Which is immediately followed up by 57 people were killed.
We do not have many volcanoes.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we've just got the guys in Hawaii, which are acquired via
Yeah.
colonialism.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was about to say, either they haven't had a bad eruption in like the past however long, or they just don't count for some reason. That or they just know how to deal with it.
I think the answer is Hawaii knows how to deal with it, because, like, I think I
I
remember
literally-
there being some kind of eruption or like a lava flood in my
I'm
recent
literally
memory.
trying to look for it on a map, and I can't find my hometown. 'Cause it's so obscure.
Google Maps thinks it doesn't exist.
Oh no, wait! I was looking for the town. I forgot the name of the island. Shut up! I was 5 when I moved away.
Okay, that's fair. I've literally, in my life, the 2 places I have lived are less than an hour's drive away. So I've literally just, like, been here.
I've lived in like very opposite sides of countries.
Alright, I'm starting to question Mom's story because Puget Sound and Mount St. Helens are on the other side of the state.
Oh.
Which, again, it could be possible that that was the only hospital that could deal with whatever injury I had.
Yeah, I mean, you might have been, like, on vacation or something at the time.
No, we weren't, because I actually know more... I don't know if I should say this, because I might embarrass my mom. So, do you know those, like, infant, like, chair things where they can kind of bounce a little bit? Like, it's got, like, metal underneath?
Yeah.
So my mom turned around for a minute, and I bounced my way off the counter.
God bless.
I am not exaggerating this, and I've seen those bouncy things, and I can absolutely see that happening.
Yeah, no, that does sound realistic.
Listen, the thing you gotta know with kids is baby proofing is a lie.
Yeah, no, that... Why were you on the counter?
She was probably, like, making supper or something.
Why
She
do
was
you have to be on the counter for that?
so she could keep an eye on me, which clearly didn't work.
Yeah.
Also, looking at a map, I can imagine, like, if I had to get moved to Portland, which is the next biggest city after Seattle nearby me, then Mount St. Helens would be almost directly in the path.
Who's like realism, but also doubt. I should have brought the bombs. Good night. No. No, I'm just talking to friends.
I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was.
I'm back. My father came to say goodnight.
That's what I was going to say. I actually used to have a Canadian accent.
Okay, I clearly missed something here.
No, you didn't. You really didn't. I started, that is what I started with.
We just had a segue.
Well, I was saying I used to live in Washington State.
Okay.
And that's right next to Canada. Like, where I lived was, like, by all accounts, ought to have been in Canada. And interestingly enough, because I was the only one who had been born there, the rest of my family had moved there after they were already adults.
The cat
So I was the
trapped
only
me.
one with that accent. And then
Oh boy.
they thought once we moved back to Michigan that I would lose the accent. And then my kindergarten teacher was Canadian. And I did not lose the accent.
That's funny.
So I had a distinct Canadian accent for pretty much my entire childhood.
And
That
then
is
it just
actually
bonked or something.
I've ditched it for the more nasally Michigan accent.
Was this a conscious choice, or?
It was not a conscious choice. I would undo it if I could. I don't. Everyone here talks like this. And it's like, they'll say, I seen this. Now I talk about casseroles, racism. No, seriously, you cannot walk more than 5 feet without being accosted by Donald Trump stuff.
Oh god.
It's everywhere.
Lovely.
And this is one of the areas that still has, like, significant issues with, or, like, not still one of the... Let me rephrase that. This place is full of, people who don't wear masks. And lots of anti-vaxxers.
Hi,
Someone who
welcome
is
to
not
America.
not only fully vaccinated, but also autistic. Hoo boy.
Ah, yes, we love the vaccines cause autism crowd.
Because obviously, having autism is much worse than a deadly disease.
I know. One of my cousins is actually an anti-vaxxer. I was just concerned for the baby. Because the baby also was not given any vaccine.
I'm just thinking of the stories of, like, teenagers going out and getting vaccines against their parents' wishes.
I know.
Which,
Welcome
Like,
to
this is what we
welcome to
skip
stage 4 dystopia.
yeah.
Hey, do we need iron for anything? Because I just want to make bombs.
Say that one more time?
Do we need iron for anything?
No, the part about making bongs.
Biddy can make bombs now in
Skills
Stardew.
Okay, I thought you said bongs as in weed. And I didn't know that was a thing in this game.
I think that would
But
require
something
glass.
you need iron for.
Yeah. I think that would require glass,
Okay,
if anything.
We've got like 30 something bars, so now I have 15 bombs.
My grandma actually has a very nice flower pot, specifically for tulips, that
Goddamn.
it looks like a bong. It looks like a very
You know
fancy
what?
bong.
I can respect that.
My grandma is aware of this. And she thinks it's funny.
She's right. She's just absolutely correct. We need copper. Apparently, the normal sized bombs are actually too large to fit into my slingshot. Yay. Then I gotta go copper mining tomorrow. Also, I did not check on the animals.
They're too young to go outside.
Yeah, but you're supposed to show them. You have to show them affection every day.
Oh.
And
It's
then they'll
ideal
love you.
too.
Once they love you, then they give better products. But you have to show them affection every day.
Oh.
How long have you had these animals, Aenor? How long have you been neglecting your children?
It is a day.
Oh god, I accidentally took down a beehive. Oh god.
Answer the question, Aenor.
Oh, there's not even a fence up. I'm letting them out. One of them's an adult.
One of the chickens has suddenly matured.
Aenor.
What?
Assyria's grumpy. How could you?
Oh no.
Tommy's thin!
Aenor, your children need therapy.
You didn't feed Tommy!
I don't know what I'm doing, please. I only know how to
Animals. Radishes.
It's no mercy for you, Aenor.
I only know how real chickens work.
And you don't have to pat them daily.
I mean, you don't have to, but you should.
Yeah. I don't think you have to every day.
Whore!
Okay, Jay. Okay, I did not hear a good chunk of it was Jay just shouting, "You whore." I think my earbuds broke real fast. 1 second.
You're also cutting out a bit, so... So I finally found something that actually motivates me to exercise.
Okay.
This is to have someone either running or swimming in front of me just a little bit faster, and have me telling them random facts while I try to catch up with them.
Oh my god.
I am not kidding. For some reason, this works.
That actually sounds a lot like what I used to do with my girlfriend, was I would just like poke at her until she got annoyed and would chase me.
My mom described it as being similar to Do you have any time to learn about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Except I'm going behind her, being like, the discovery of the Hawk gene was very significant to our understanding of bird evolution.
I want to hear about it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're serious about that or not.
No, I mean, if you have the information.
I do have the information. So, there was actually a lot of confusion for a while as to how birds lost their teeth, because basically they lost them too quickly in terms of evolution, because it's something that should happen. Something that should happen gradually, of like them slowly losing the enamel and whatnot. But no, they just stopped having teeth, and no one really understood how or why that happened until the discovery of Hox genes, which are basically like the upper management of genetics. They don't have the blueprints, but they tell the other genes either to be active, like if they should be activated and where they should be activated.
Oh yeah, that's why we don't have regen, because we just don't have the activation code. I'm serious, that's the thing. We have, like, apparently humans technically have really good regenerative properties. We just don't have the thing to turn them on.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me all that much.
Where do I put eggs?
But yeah, the discovery of these genes was a big deal because it explained that, you know, birds didn't just slowly lose their teeth, they just lost, you know, that gene just turned off in a mutation, so only one mutation would be required for that, as opposed to many, many mutations.
It does make sense.
And you can actually see this in instances of chickens being born with teeth, because they still have, well, they still have the gene for it. They still have the genes for it.
Well, no, I know what I'm looking up later.
The most fascinating, horrific part of this took was an experiment with fruit flies, in which they took the Hox gene from, I believe, a rat. And it was the Hox gene that said, eyes go here, basically.
Oh no.
So this is a gene from a rat, and put it in the fruit fly where the genes for legs go here should be. The end result was a fruit fly with fruit fly eyes where its legs should be, despite the gene having originally come from a rat. Or it might have been a rabbit, it was something similar to that. Like I said, fascinating and horrific.
That was certainly a discovery that they decided to do.
It sure was.
Why would they put the eyes where the legs are?
Where else would you put them?
Not the legs.
As opposed to where? They gotta put it somewhere. If they just put it in the normal eyes go here spot, then of course there's gonna be eyes there. They gotta put it somewhere else.
Couldn't they have figured out something else? The fly wouldn't be able to land.
I mean, I'm pretty certain it was, like, it didn't survive long.
No.
It's a fruit fly. This is hardly the most horrific thing we've done to them.
I know. I was at, like, a science thing one time, and there was supposed to be, like, a look at the DNA thing station, and you were supposed to take a fruit fly larvae and just, like, literally stab it in two places and tear it apart. And I was sobbing. I didn't do it. The guy had to do it for me.
Yeah.
I was just like, why would you do this?
Aenor, worms, above.
What? Worms?
Up, worms.
Worms?
Up.
Worms?
Apparently they're roots, but they move, so I don't know what
Worms?
kind of trees we have.
Left. By the wood. Yes, there. No, left. No!
If you're watching if you're watching the stream, you're behind, so like the instructions are kind of fucked.
It's by the woodpile.
Okay,
I
I
don't
did.
have any other way to watch it because you're not streaming it or through Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I could stream it through Discord. Whoops. Hold on, I can just do that. Okay, now you can.
You would, but I am in a mine and don't wish to die.
There we go. Did you obtain worms? Okay. Okay.
Just one.
But you still got them!
It could have been a library book.
I still
The
give up.
shrooms. Oh god. Oh no. It got cloudy. I got...
Did you get forbidden cave streams?
It got all cloudy. There's an infestation.
Did you eat the shrooms?
I did not eat the shrooms. I've just got bats harassing me.
Is it because you ate the shrooms, Biddy?
No, I did not eat the shrooms. I know better than to eat a potential source of money. I've still got this red plate here. Why is that any colors?
I think just right-clicking with an empty hand.
Yeah.
How do I affection the chickens?
Yes, don't try to till them.
Were you trying to feed them peppers?
Okay, so I need empty.
No, aenor-tilled them.
Aenor. I'm gonna have so many bombs.
I know you're saying bombs, but I can't help but hear bongs.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys heard earlier, but like my earbud randomly cut out halfway through Jay saying something, and I heard, and I just heard you call Aenor a whore.
I did not. This.
I was like, man, I know I'm missing.
No, as one does.
Oh no.
That is just not a normal statement.
I think I was calling them a horrible parent.
That was probably.
Okay, I gotta check in.
I mean,
Go into the casino.
oh well, it is 9 p.m., so yeah, they will be sleeping. Also, make sure you close the gate.
I don't know if it works when they're sleeping.
I think you just get told that they're trying to sleep. Minecraft.
Alright, so you have to right-click the animal with an right-click it with an empty hand. So if you pet it, that's plus 15, or plus 30 if you have the corresponding like shepherd or clubmaster thing. But if they are not petted or talked to, they get -5 or -10 friendship.
Wait, I didn't know that one actually.
If they are not fed, that's -20. If they're trapped overnight, or trapped outside overnight, that's also -20. But they get +5 from being milked or sheared if it's a sheep or whatever. And +8 for eating grass outside.
Okay, it's really funny to me that they are just pleased with being milked.
As someone who has spent many years living with a woman who was continually breastfeeding,
Okay, fair.
I can confirm that it's very uncomfortable to, yes. To, I don't know
Look,
how
you've
to
already
put...
started the topic, man.
I don't know how to put this in a way that doesn't sound horrible. I will just say that carrying a lot of excess milk around is very unpleasant.
I mean,
And I believe cows as well.
What?
And
Okay.
for sheep,
yeah,
it does.
especially if it's like warm out or if the coat is handled in a way, then a med would be ripping.
Yeah.
That's true. I can make... Oh, well, first of all, I got hoe proficiency. That's always fun. I can now make iron fences. Actually doing an architecture project that I came across wrought iron fences. I learned how to make bread. It's the most important thing this playthrough so far. Meteor lawn? Nah, whatever. Bread.
I honestly don't think human invention can ever surpass bread.
Okay, yeah, fair. Putting my bug meat right next to the ancient fruit.
Like, we really hit our peak early on.
Consider food.
So how are you gonna recover from inventing bread?
Yes.
Consider soup.
With the concept of bread.
Like soup.
Oh, you don't know the...
There's
you
an
don't know
event
the
in
midnight
a game at 10 o'clock.
It's not actually a thing where you can buy anything.
Are you mad at me for not liking soup?
Oh, I didn't hear that you don't like soup. I was just
Okay.
in awe of Aenor not knowing the jellies.
There are some things where people get, like, weirdly offended if you don't like it or don't know it. And I didn't know if soup was one of those things.
It is for a lot of people. Like, it's soup, man. Which covers a lot of really broad things, and it's just generally considered soothing.
I don't like the texture of food in liquid.
Is always valid.
Like I can handle milk or
grown
cereal and milk to an extent, but I usually prefer it if it's just like more in the cereal than just floating in the milk, if that makes any sense.
Dampened cereal.
Yes, I don't like... I mean, I don't like it when it's soggy.
Okay, yeah, mood. No one does.
I also just don't... I mean, like, it's a waste of milk! Like, the milk is now filled with crumbs.
Yeah.
You can't drink it. So it's like, it's just a waste of milk unless it goes into the cereal.
Yeah. You know what, that's fair. I think my slingshot just isn't, like, good enough to have bombs in it.
Usually what I'll do is I'll pour, you know, milk and cereal, and then if there's milk left over, I'll add a little bit more cereal to, like, mop it up.
Nice. What?
That's one way to do it. I just had
don't
a
have food
cereal
as a-
and milk separately.
Except I do, but like lactose intolerance plus it's normally a breakfast food means I just didn't eat cereal for a good time. My breakfast is
Kind of
like
a miracle if I ever
I
do end up
have
having breakfast.
different boxes of things of just like Belvitas are a more recent one, Slim Jims, Cliff Bar. I'll just like grab a variation of 2 or 3. That's breakfast.
I won't really
Yeah,
put something
that's kinda
together
what
for
I
breakfast.
do,
I'll just
but,
have
like,
a
My
snack or
meds
something.
are horrible if I don't eat something, so I gotta.
Drink.
I know. It's like literally
Contractually
my meds say,
obligated
like,
by
I
your
don't get enough
emotions.
sleep, drink enough water, eat enough food. It's just like, bruh. You're
How dare
telling me I have to drink 2 whole water bottles a day?
I would just immediately die.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, not only do I have horrible sleep problems, I'm also constantly dehydrated, and on top of that, have a medication that keeps me from retaining water, because otherwise my hands and feet swell up for no reason.
That's pretty yikes.
So I'm just
Yeah.
in a constant state of dehydration
you?
and sleep deprivation.
Oh no. My sleep schedule is just like shifted by a couple hours. Which, I mean, sucks for school, but other than that.
At least you have a schedule.
I mean, my schedule without school is like bed at 4 a.m., but yeah. Wait, shit, what time is it? Okay, I'm fine. I got panicked over Duolingo for a second.
What?
I'm-
Why is
The
everyone
Duolingo
scared
open
of
up
this
on your
owl?
house.
What?
Okay, so the thing is, it sends like really weird notifications. Like, not really, but like if you sign up for reminders, it will remind you.
That's what you. Why are you getting scared of it when it's doing exactly what you asked it to?
Okay, I'm not actually scared of it, but like, I'm not platinum, I'm diamond league. I'm like literally the best league there is, and I am not fallen.
There's rank for it?
Yeah.
I think it started with like there was a joke post from Duolingo saying that we've created a new upgraded reminder where Duolingo showed up in your house.
I now have squid ink. I got it from the Squid Kid. Remember the moon that shoots fireballs at me? I took this from him.
Oop.
I'm trying to
Mine
think
now.
of a good
Nice.
joke here, but my mind is only thinking of Majora's Mask, and I don't know how obscure that is.
Maybe? Is it a Duolingo joke or a Squid Kid?
No, it's neither. It's the moon shooting fireballs at you.
Okay, yeah.
And my current special interest is Legend of Zelda, so.
Valid. I've never actually played. Although I have heard of the moon one though. It's like,
Yeah, Majora's Mask.
is it like a speed run thing?
Sort of. So basically,
it's like the world ends in a certain number of days,
yes,
right?
but everything resets.
Ooh.
So you have to basically like learn everyone's schedule, figure everything out, and get these certain masks which give you different abilities. And a few of them are permanent and will stay with you, I think. but for the most part, the masks reset as well, and just give you access to other things. So basically, you need a certain run in order to access a boss battle. But once you've done that boss battle, then that is counted.
Oh.
So you have to slowly learn. Like, you get to the point where you just know everyone's schedule and daily route by just from memory.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a decent number of games. But it does sound neat.
Well, it was the first game to have any kind of time loop mechanic like that. It wasn't the first time it was explored in fiction, but it was the first time it was explored in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that the game itself is thematically and story-wise absolutely amazing, because it's a story about grief, basically. Grief and growing up. So, in the previous game, Ocarina of Time, the main part of the plot line is that our dearest protagonist is basically frozen in time for 7 years, and he physically grows up, but there's no discussion on whether or not he mentally grows up. So he's basically still mentally about 9 years old, but he looks 16. And due to magic shenanigans, is able to kind of go back and forth between those two different timelines, in order to try and fix things.
Wait, how can you go back and forth if he was frozen in ice?
Well, it's like back and forth, like before and after the time skip. It's very vague on how it works. It's one of those instances of just kind of like magic hand waving, but it makes sense within the context.
Sure, trust me, bro.
It really is, yeah. But the whole time he has a companion with him, the rather infamous now Navi, who for some reason everyone hates. When I played the game, she was incredibly helpful because I am terrible at remembering things unless there's like really obvious like quest markers. And in a game where there's no written quest logs or quest markers, having someone to remind you of what you're doing is very helpful.
Yeah, sounds it.
But at the end of the game, our dearest protagonist saves the day, saves the world, saves the princess, and she sends him back in time to before all this happened, but he still remembers all of it. And what she tells him is she wants to give back the childhood that he never had.
Oh.
But it's too late for that. He's already been forced to grow up.
That's kind of true.
At the very end of the game, the last thing we see is his companion Navi, who's had this entire time, leaving. There's no explanation why, or, what decision was made. And Majora's Mask starts with him looking for Navi. And what he finds is this place called Termina, where everyone there is a double of someone from the previous game. They're different people, but they look the same, and they have these weird parallels. Some of them even have the same names. And everything feels very just off, like a bit to the left. Like something isn't right. Everything's just a little bit weird. And
yes,
everyone,
if it is left, it is not right.
Everyone is aware that the world is ending. Some of them are just denying it, some of them are trying to flee, but for the most part, everyone is dealing with it in a different way, and it's very symbolic of how people deal with grief. Basically, everyone in the game is in some state of grieving. And if we continue that theme with our dearest protagonist and with Navi, Navi is basically a symbol of childhood and innocence. Link has been
Is there
forced...
a copy of Navi there?
No, there is not. Well, sort of. There is... You do meet another fairy, Tattle, who is very different in personality.
I mean, they're called Tattle.
Yeah, and her brother's name is Tail.
That's great.
I mean, the secondary antagonist of it is a character named Skull Kid, who is implied to be Link's childhood friend, and is basically being possessed by this mask, and he's using it because he's lonely. He's lonely and he's lashing out. He feels like he was abandoned. And so he's using the power of the mask, and eventually it takes him over.
What's like the primary antagonist? Is it not just the moon?
I'll get there.
Everyone.
I'll get there in a moment. But first I want to go back to, like I said, Navi is a symbol of childhood and innocence, and Link is chasing after that, but he's not going to get that back. We've already established that. He's already been forced to grow up. And so Termina is basically symbolic of his grief over a childhood he never got to experience.
Where are you seeing this?
Do you want to go fish fly?
Shall I continue? I'll wait for you to make your transactions before I continue.
The jellyfish flag. Yes.
Modern
Very
rock is absolutely...
acquired.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like I said, there are different boss battles that you'll have to complete. Each one of them gives you a map. Now, at the very end, when you are finally able to talk to Skull Kid and basically talk him out of it, the mask ditches him because the mask now has enough power to work on its own. And the moon doesn't fall, but rather a passageway into it opens up. And inside the moon is an empty field with a single tree. And sitting at the tree is a child wearing the mask. And before you meet him, you meet 4 other children who ask you various questions, and I can pull up those questions in just a moment because they are actually very significant. Let's see. The first one asks, what kind of people, I want to know about your friends. What kind of people are they? And do they think of you as a friend too? The second one asks, what makes you happy? And do the things that make you happy make others happy too? The third child asks, where is it? Third child asks, what is the right thing to do? And if you do it, does it make everyone happy? The fourth child says that you're wearing a mask and asks your true face. What kind of face is it? The face under the mask, is that your true face? And finally, you get to the fifth child sitting under the tree. And it looks up to you and says, oh, you're the only one left. Do you want to play a game? Let's play good guys and bad guys. If you're the good guy, you always win. And if you're the bad guy, you just run. And the last child hands Link a mask that looks identical to his adult self, because he now looks like a 9-year-old once again. It looks identical to his adult self, but with white hair, blank eyes, and very sharp markings. and you immediately go into the final battle against the mask itself, in the form of a being referred only as the fierce deity.
Oh shit.
A being who appears to be trapped in a mask as well.
Fun.
And this is the final battle of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Majora's Mask is a really freaking good game, okay?
No, that I get that. And you just started this cutscene with 0 warning.
Aenor, we were busy talking about symbolism.
I should.
Now you're busy getting jellyfish.
You can have
home.
symbolism.
The curtains are red. I think I've killed Biddy.
The babies are always here, but I'm always so glad to see them. Oh, I forgot the rare one's down there. I'm not close enough to the dock to see it all the way. Oh no, it came on up. No, that's just been a thing since I've been sick, because every time I start laughing now, it's just a coughing fit.
Oh god, same. I had that for like 2 months after I was sick for maybe 3 days.
Yeah. That's
It's
about
only...
how long mine was, too.
Yeah. But no, I actually...
2-month mark.
So I actually have a bit of a secret to reveal. I've never played Majora's...
the best place to do this.
I have well, okay, it's not that big of a secret. I have never played Majora's Mask.
Okay, you
never.
know what? That's valid.
I have also never played Ocarina of Time past the tutorial.
I am once again chosen by Mooncake.
And yet, despite all of this, I've written a fan fiction about both of them.
Okay, big mood though.
I did a lot of research. Like, a lot of research. To the point of, like, trying to find transcriptions of game dialogue. Which is not easy. Because it doesn't exist! Because no one bothered to do it, apparently. Like, I had to find a forum from 2005 in order to find the questions from those 4 kids.
Oh.
Like, good god. This is from a game that is historically considered the best video game in history. Good god.
Ah, it's fall now.
Aenor, do you want a window? Oh no. Oh yeah, the corn. I took the window out of my house.
Define what you mean by a window.
This is why I insisted on corn.
Oh yeah. I'm now in possession of a window.
I took the window out of my house and I replaced it with the
inexperience.
I mean, you can go take a look if you want.
What have you done? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna unleash the chimkins.
Everything at the store, and we will go bankrupt over plants. Sound good?
Go nuts and buy
Like I said, Legend of Zelda is my special interest right now, so I could just talk about it non-stop.
07, my dude. Big news.
Which is also why I've written 2 fanfics, one of which is 62,000 words, The other one is 21,000 words, and I have 2 more chapters, one of which is 10,000 words, and the other one is 7,000 words. Yes.
Gus just went into the store and it's still closed. I mean... Okay, but actually big news though.
I actually still need Aenor to, like, quote-unquote, proofread the 2nd chapter.
Oh yeah, they've got bok choy. I'm not sure if you can actually cook with them, but that is a thing we can grow.
One of these days, I should get an actual beta reader.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but, like...
Is that not...
No, statement over. I got distracted by the yam.
Okay.
No, I was thinking, like, I was thinking... Oh yeah, there's probably a decent amount of people with an interest in, you know, Legend of Zelda. Like, that's not exactly an obscure interest.
What? No, I just meant, like, someone to double-check, like, my grammar and pacing and stuff.
Yeah, valid.
Pacing is the main thing that I worry about, because all of my pacing is through formatting alone.
All of my pacing is done in a circle in my room, so...
That's fair.
I have an oval literally worn into the carpet from years of this.
Oh god.
My dad hates it.
I actually kind of want to show you my wonky formatting, because even though I joke about it, I'm actually very proud of how it looks. And admittedly, it's almost entirely based on how Aenor does it.
Okay, valid.
Writing tips with small
Just
writing is actually a visual form. Writing is a visual medium.
correct.
Pay no attention to the rapidly decreasing number on the screen.
The what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about our rapidly
I'm not on the
increasing ones.
server, so I'm
It's
not
fine.
allowed to do anything about it. Or I'm not capable of doing anything about it, so...
Yeah, but I mean, you're watching Aenor's screen, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're still witness to watching it just fall.
Yeah. I'll be honest, like, I enjoy Stardew Valley on my own. I didn't really have fun playing it with others. I really enjoyed, like, the hanging out with others part, but...
Yeah, just like cooperation.
Yeah.
That's fair, I guess. Okay, so I hate just the random corn stalks in the middle of the yard here, but we've got them.
The color palette changes that happen with every season are so jarring. The color palette changes every season are so jarring.
That is the thing.
In Stardew.
One day passes.
It's like, yeah, everything's just a different color now. Fuck you.
Yep.
They passes and now everything's fucking purple. That's normal.
Yep. That's just the most normal thing. Oh man, we haven't actually upgraded like any of our hose or anything. Damn.
We sure haven't.
I just tried
It's
to
been
like
1,000
feed
years.
kill, and all I did was very determinedly stab the ground. As one does, I guess.
Hello, homeless man who's implied to get harassed.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk to him on stage, he
This is
straight
a
up says,
friend.
like, people have, like,
Why would people treat
destroyed
Lewis this way?
his tent and stuff.
Well, I mean, I know why technically, but it's still a shitty thing to do.
I don't have
You
nothing
can't
to
actually enter his tent. Oh my.
Yeah. I don't have
Okay,
enough.
that's
I don't have flat insurance skills. Proven it
I got my
only.
infected from there. Also, if you could help, like, come water these real fast, that would be great, because I don't think I literally have the capability of doing that. I simply don't have enough energy yet. Okay, well, I think we're good on seeds for now, so I'm not gonna plant all of my wheat. Do kind of want to get more bok choy though. Again.
I'm gonna go with 10 to Jimkins.
I blocked off this entire like part of the road, and I was like, that's gonna be inconvenient, and then I immediately get inconvenienced by it. Yeah, I expected that. Oh yeah. Oh, the seasonal flowers are gone. Now there's just a barrel. This cake has chosen me for the third night in a row. This is amazing. Oh, nice.
Yeah, at some point I was planning to rant about how crummy cars are, but then I just never got around to doing it.
It's gonna rain tomorrow. I mean, I did make everyone flour. After we water these, I'm gonna need do my dueling. Damn, we really need sprinklers. We've just got that one in the middle. So these ones right along the very right side of the plot are all flowers. So whenever they grow, we'll just leave them there for the bees. Oh, I got a cutscene. There's
What have you
a
done?
notice board. A special orders board. Huh. Lewis has held the nail. I forgot we called this the Haven Farm.
Was there a particular reason for that name?
No.
I think there was. I think it was a lore thing.
I am still in voice chat, as you may have noticed. I just don't have anything to talk about.
Fair, I'm literally just dueling it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Robin might start making beds now.
And we just have this meteorite sitting right in the chicken grass.
The chickens be like really right in front
Because,
of
you
my
know, leaving a massive irradiated space rock. Just having a massive irradiated space rock on the chickens really provides
get
a
our
necessary
blue
enrichment.
chickens and our void chickens. That's how you do it, folks. No need for redemption arc, just irradiated ore. Alright, let's see what's on the board. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do the bugs quest.
Is it about bug meat?
Yeah, I have to go collect bug meat. I've got 6 days to grab 100. Which is honestly not that hard to get. I just need to really run into bugs.
You just need to go mining like a champ.
I mean, yeah. It's basically literally what I already do. Except with a bit more focus on the insect stabbing than normal. Louis, I'm just saying hi.
Oh god, I've run into a guy.
Are you also, do we now have a signed cutscene?
Yeah, forced to sit through.
I have found one bug. There's more. I'm getting attacked. Okay. There we go. Finally, an excuse for my bomb. Yeah. We all just survive and I'm just down here stabbing insect babies. I'm 1/10 of the way through this commission. Oh boy. Barrel. Oh yeah. Weren't we gonna talk about bus transportation? Or no trains? Trains are just...
Really, the message is God, I fucking hate cars.
Okay, I mean...
They're just madness. They're just madness, I tell you. Look at the roads they've made of
Okay,
cars.
yeah, like,
It is
literally.
insanity.
It's like...
All of this insanity could simply be solved in public
People
transportation.
barely even do public transportation when it is available. It's like a last resource just because of how bad the mindset about it is.
The propaganda of the car enjoyers.
I don't even think it's people like cars, if I remember right. Like, car companies just bought train stations and then canceled them. Like social media companies do nowadays. They just wanted more people to buy the cars.
My computer's gradually starting to glitch out the longer
Oh
that we
god.
keep up this Stardew Valley. It's been too long.
Oh god.
It's not buff enough to handle the STARBOIS.
The computer can just suffer at this point. It's got this. I've got faith. I don't, but it doesn't have to know that.
So probably for the sake of my poor computer, should duck out after this game day.
Yeah.
When it's committed to sleep. Oh wait, the chickens!
Oh, you...
The fucking chickens! Not the chickens!
I can't get out of bed. It won't let me get out of
It's
bed.
okay, I got it. I got it. I got the fucking chickens.
Normally it does. Normally it lets me get out of bed, but I think that since it was like the very border of both of us going to sleep, I'm just stuck here now. I can't wake up. I'm just here with my space window and my two skeleton roommates. And the floor bonsai.
Oop.
Ah, yes. Egg. Bountiful harvest. Sell egg.
It's like
$100. Ooh, rain.
And
Marty
now
wants to give her
I'll be doing the
cows amaranth. I'm dubious.
and now I will be doing the committing to leave the game. Yeah. We leave. We leave.
We are out.
And not a single thing was said in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
I kept an eye on it the whole time, and not a
So
single
true.
comment.
Not a single thing.
People watching or
Yeah.
Let me check
Fine.
again.
We don't.
I
Chad,
never realized like
Chad
how
just
chatty
thought-
I am in
Chad
chat.
said all
until-
There,
we just had Starbois together.
so the highest
And
number,
that was it.
there are currently 2 people watching.
Yeah. I never realized how much I actually contribute to chat conversation until like I show up onto a stream an hour late and there's not even a page.
Correct.